Welcome back to What's Next. I'm Mark Middleton. We are all about living in the moment, but also understanding that much of what we do in the moment will have an impact on our future, on our what's next, which is why we talk a lot about the health-wealth connection, because the greatest expense we will all face as we age is healthcare, which means that the number one investment we can all make, the one thing we can all do that will deliver the greatest rate of return in the years ahead, is making positive daily lifestyle choices. A healthier lifestyle will mitigate future medical costs, while developing positive savings habits will prepare us for any unexpected health challenges down the road. You know, this is incredibly important for all of us, but most especially it's important for women, because women on average live longer and make less. They're more likely to work part-time jobs that don't offer retirement plans. They're more likely to interrupt their careers to become caregivers. They lose an average of $500,000 over a lifetime due to gender wage gap. They work an average of 12 fewer years. They live 4 years longer and are 3 times more likely to live alone. Multiple studies now show that the number one fear of many adults, especially women, is running out of money before they run out of time. And it's not an unfounded fear. Actuaries are now calculating what they call longevity risk, the very real and rising risk of outliving our money. And once again, the answer is lifestyle. Unfortunately, 35% of all U.S. adults don't exercise at all, and only 17% of men and 13% of women over the age of 65 are sufficiently active. The result is that 70% of Americans are now obese or overweight, and by 2030, experts estimate that 50% of us will be diabetic or pre-diabetic. Preventable chronic illness resulting from poor lifestyle choices is really the true epidemic of our times, leading directly to decades of disease and disability, and of course, rising healthcare costs. We see older adults all the time that have very little savings but continue to live active, engaged, and happy lives because they have invested in their health, because they leverage the health-wealth connection. Our friend Ann Call was the perfect example. 89-year-old Ann Call runs year-round.
My health insurance is on my feet, my running shoes, that's it.
If it's too hot to run in the street, she runs in her pool and encourages friends to join her.
Anne is such a great motivator, and she just draws people into her circle.
She also illustrates original motivational fitness calendars that she gives for free to anyone who wants one. How can she live and give like this?
Because I don't owe anything. House is paid for, car is paid for. I'm solvent, totally solvent.
Never underestimate the health-wealth connection. The one investment guaranteed to pay the most dividends in the years ahead is improving your health and well-being. Ann passed away at the age of 92, but she lived alone, independent and active until the very end. She didn't run out of money before she ran out of time because she remained active and socially engaged, and because she lived frugally and she saved regularly. Saving regularly is another important key to the health-wealth connection, and it's why we're fans of a company called Raisin. Raisin is all about not only making it easy for you to save, but also helping you get the best rates, whether it's in a traditional savings account, a money market deposit account, or in a certificate of deposit account, by giving you access to 75 banks nationwide with no fees. I spoke recently with Raisin CEO Chetan Duransoy. We talk a lot about, the health-wealth connection and the fact that we really can't improve one without improving the other. The two are inextricably combined. How can putting our money to work impact our overall health and well-being down the road?
Majority of the consumers actually either doesn't have a savings and they put their next 1 year of savings in a checking account, or it sits in a very low paying savings account. And putting that money into a high yield savings account, a money market, or a CD is going to ensure that your principal is protected while you're getting a return. And in terms of the connection to the health, if you look at the very high credit score consumers, if they got into a hardship, 1/3 of the time is a result of some kind of health problem. And health problems, the insurance may or may not cover everything. And you don't want to borrow from your credit card for those things. You want to borrow in an ideal state to like you plan for that day that it may come. If it never comes, that's a nice surprise. You have a big chunk of money that you can use. But if it comes, saving for that day is a very important part of the planning, both for wealth planning and also the health planning.
With healthcare costs rising rapidly, we all have a responsibility to ourselves and to our families to minimize the amount of care that we'll need as we age and to prepare to pay for it if we do need it. You can learn more about Raisin and how it can help you leverage the Health Wealth Connection at raisin.com/growingbolder and use the code BOLDER to earn $50 in bonus cash with a qualifying deposit of at least $5,000. Terms and conditions apply.